Good day, good people. I've already stated that we are trading the trend continuation and the trend reversal strategy on currencies. On indices, I use the most explosive trading strategy for indices, and I've given all the strategies in the playbook, which is in the description. So look at this, guys. If prices, first of all, let's look here. I said, for instance, if prices, say for instance, are going up and then all of a sudden they start consolidating, okay, I said because they've touched this area once and they've touched this one twice, this one once and twice, so we know already that when they come here there's going to be a lot of buy orders, and when they come here there's going to be a lot of sell orders. Why? Because everybody has seen that this is a very strong support and resistance area, and we are looking at this on a daily time frame, right? So I said our interest, of course, is here. What happens when prices get here? And what I stated is if they give us a trend day here to the downside, then that's when the following day we want to take the trend day continuation strategy. I've explained everything in detail in my playbook, but let's go back again. Now, what is the trend day? Okay, I said if prices do something like this, maybe they come and close here. Obviously, we have a high here and we have a low here, and that's all we have. So the following day we're gonna do nothing. Let's say all of a sudden they can stop hunt here if they want, however they come down and they eventually close here. All right, so this is a day that gives us a lot of information. First of all, it's going to tell us that we have a high here and we have a low here, but that's not all we have. Also know that this day has now broken this area here. It has broken the low of the previous day, so this becomes a trend day to the downside. I said if prices are going down, they will be doing something like this. So we want to position ourselves to sell here, we want to sell here, so we want to get this move all the way down. I said yes, the first TP is here, however you hold till the close, because most of the days they're gonna close far from the low of the previous day if prices are going up. So the same applies if prices are going down, up, I mean they're gonna do something like this. We want to be buying here, and this is called buying low, this is called selling high. Why? Because we wait for them to take prices up for a drop, we wait for them to take prices down for a rise. That's what they do. It's simple as it is here. Okay, so if prices do like this, most of the time they are gonna pull back, and this here they're gonna give us confirmation and we want to sell here, and okay, they're gonna give us a pattern, of course, and they are gonna pull back and give us an engulfing candle. We always sell at an engulfing candle. So if this is the engulfing candle, we sell here and we want to take this move down. This is our first TP. Okay, however most of the days they are gonna close far from this. All right, and the same applies the following day. The following day we are waiting for prices to do this and give us confirmation so that we can sell for a drop, and then again this becomes our first TP and we hold till the close, because most of the days they are gonna close far from where they actually made the low the previous day, just like it's happening here. You see, just like it's happening here. So this is all we need, but at strategic areas. Okay, so let's go back now. When we are looking at this one, as I said, this is not the only thing prices will do. Now I just want to give an example which is similar to what I'm gonna be showing. Let's say they do something like this. Yes, here we sold and they went down indeed. So this one becomes our area of interest now, right? If they play here and give us a trend day to the upside, the following day we will want prices to pull back and give us a buy low opportunity. However, that's not the only thing they do. Some days they can come and break. So if they break, ours is to identify, is this a false break or a real break? If it's a real break, then it's fine. Like for example, when I say false break, I'm talking about a stop hunt. Okay, so if it's a real break, we're gonna wait for them to come and retest. So when they are pulling back up, they're gonna be giving us bullish candles up until a day where they give us an engulfing candle, I mean a trend day to the downside. If they give us a TD to the downside, then the following day we want to employ the trend continuation strategy, which simply means we want them to pull back all the way back up so that we can sell it for a collapse. All right, so as I always say, we're not just gonna enter blindly. We want them to confirm what they're gonna do. All right, very important. So let's look at this. If you look here, we have Ethereum. I've been recording this for a long time. I've been telling you where I showed you this when I sold it, okay, when it was only this candle alone, and I was expecting a pullback because this was an evidence candle. So they gave this and they started playing. Okay, yes, sometimes I've already explained this, because this is not just a candle, this is a climax candle. And if you go and listen to or watch my previous video, you'll understand why here I didn't buy, because this is a climax candle. And by the way, as I'm saying, I have given this strategy on my playbook as well. So look at this, they broke out, and this was not a stop hunt like this one. This was just a stop hunt. Look at how it closed. But look at this one, this was a real breakout. However, we can't sell this breakout because now we have to employ the breakout strategy. All right, so they went all the way back up. As you can see, as they are going up, they never gave us a trend day up until a day when they gave us a pin here, and yesterday they gave us a trend day here. You can see it's a trend day because it violated the low of this day. Let's go to smaller time frame. Well, as you can see, what I've been saying, this is a trend day because they broke this low here. This is that day of a pin. Okay, this wasn't the trend day. They failed to go to the high. They only touched the high, but they failed to go any further until this day here when they broke the low of the previous day. And this is an strategic area. You can see this is that line of the pattern. Okay, I can simply delete it, okay, because we saw that was the pattern. They came and retested on a daily time frame. So now I'm on a 15-minute time frame. You can see what they did. They gave us a pin here, a doji or a pin on this day, but look here, they gave us a trend day to the downside. Okay, and then what do we wait for? I did mention this in my recent videos. Okay, I said when we get a trend day to the downside, now we want prices to come all the way back up for a collapse. Where are they coming to? I told this too many times. They are coming to either they close the high or the low. They are coming to key areas. If they surpass this area, this is another place where they gave us support and resistance. Okay, they resisted. Actually, they tried to go up, but it was resisted. So these are the two areas we are looking for. And I told you, you have to combine the 5 minutes with the 15 minutes and see which one is giving you a better pattern. You see here, they are at a key area, which is the close. Actually, it's the close of the previous day. I did mention in my videos that you can pull this through. Okay, look at what they do. They come to this area and they lock it with a W. We spoke about locking an area. Yes, here we need to see a pattern, a breakout of the pattern, a retest and an engulfing candle. But I also said a W or M locks pattern. Why? Because we are at an important key area and now they are trying to push through. They fail. They try to push the second time. They fail. The right time. And then they give us this engulfing candle. You see, after locking it, we know that when we are talking about patterns, we have double tops, we have triple tops, we have rectangles and stuff. But this one is the one that doesn't need a retest. Why? Because this is an M that locks the area after trying to push. You see, after trying to push. So this was the most easiest sell for today, all the way down. And as I say, this is the first take profit, and most of the day they're gonna close low, but today they didn't. It's fine. When they pull back and come again, you just trail the second position to here, you see, and now it's late, you can close it. Okay, but this is a simple 180 points, simple, from the strategies that I've been sharing or explaining for a very long time. I'll speak more about locking an area soon. Okay, but this is it, very easy. Bitcoin did the same thing, very easy. Now let's look at Bitcoin on a daily time frame. They gave us a rectangle. I shared this one when I sold here. But look, even when I bought here, I actually said this one. And then as I said, you have to manage your trade. I bought on this one here. I told you this and I showed you it before it came here. Look at my recent video, you'll see. But look, they came and gave us a pin and gave us a trend day. The moment they break the low of this day, that's where you exit. But that's not all. they broke out. Once they break out, what do? We want to wait for a retest. Then they came back all the way up, and this is the first day from the retest when they're giving us a trend day, because they violated the law of this day, you see. And then today they went all the way up for a collapse. Let's go to a smaller one. So you see, this is the first trend day we are getting to the downside, and this is where we employ the breakout strategy, which is breakout and retest, you see. So what did they do? I say this over and over again. This is an area where they got support, all right, and then again we have another area, which is this one. So you just draw these lines, very simple. If they surpass one area, you want to observe the next area. If they surpass this one, we have this closing of the previous day, or this low over here. So what did they do? They came here and started building a pattern, and then of course, because this is not a W on a 5-minute time frame, you wait for a breakout, then they retest and they collapse with a very beautiful engulfing candle. You see, this one out of the two, you take the one that is easy for you. You see, yes, this one was so big, but look, if you divide your lot sizes again, if the size is too big, but look, it went all the way to 280 points down. As I said, your first TP is here, but most of the time they're gonna close far lower than here. It's just unfortunately that this pullback didn't come all the way back. But if you look at this is what we've been explaining for the longest time, where they give you a pattern, very beautiful pattern. You see, they give you a very beautiful pattern. They break out of it. Obviously, you cancel this. We wait for a retest. They give it. Now, this is collapsing. Why? Because they already gave us this. This is taking the trend continuation strategy at strategic areas. And I'm glad, because right now, this is falling into place. Okay. And you can just go and look at oil. Okay. Look at oil by yourself. You see that oil gave us a trend day to the upside, and now today it kept on going down, and eventually it just went down without even give us a sign of a reversal. So you don't sell that, you don't buy that. Okay, we need one that gives us confirmation at the important key areas. It gives us confirmation. It came to this area, closed everybody here from New York yesterday, and then it failed to go up until it pushed all the way down. Patience. Thank you, guys.